Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome back to Luna Classic video update for Thursday 6th of October. It's been a conversation yesterday that we had, and I told you about the apex coming in, a decision coming in very soon, and we're looking now to bounce off the 0.618, which is the golden ratio. But unfortunately, you've lost a very important support that I told you yesterday. And yeah, so if you look at yesterday, if you're following the video, I told you that this is going to be an apex, and you're going to have an apex, and you're going to have pop. You're going to pop to the downside. Okay, so there are chances you go back to back test that line a little bit back up to 30,968. Not a very big pump, and then from here go down. But unfortunately, we might be printing in a little bit of a bear flag right here. And if this bear flag actually plays out, then we're looking for Luna Classic to drop from there to there, and we might be looking for Luna Classic to come all the way down to this price a little bit here, down to 28381, if that's a bear flag. But a very important lesson that I talked about yesterday is that you don't want to lose the golden ratio, and right now you're bouncing off the golden ratio. So if I take the bottom to the top of that impulsive move right there, you can see that we are correcting to the downside to the 0.618. Now normally these are entries, okay, these are really good entries. Of course, with the stop loss down at 28893, we start to take out this low right here, then that's where we're gonna have trouble to 1.618. It's hard to say if you're gonna fall at the moment because you're holding the golden ratio. You've actually made that impulsive move, came back, and you're now first of all, you were meant to hold the 0.5, but you lost it. You came down to the 0.618, and that actually looks kind of good. But unfortunately, if you see that we start to move lower and take out 28952, you're gonna lose the golden ratio. You're gonna take the last part of the wick right down there, and when you do that, I told you yesterday that we're gonna create a very big reversal wave, and you're gonna be coming down to 20,561, which is not to mention very close to that 18,000 department that you made here. Now that's, I don't know, but something tells me these lows are going to be taken out, okay? That's not a very strong bounce, or maybe it's not a very strong support right here, okay? That's very weak kind of support, and it's some sort of a wicks, right? So they like, normally, whoever is behind, and I normally say the market maker, they like to actually push the prices down and take the lowest part of the wicks and then continue even lower. So let's see what really happens in this space. Not any bullish at the moment, but as long as you're holding the golden ratio right now, that's actually quite positive. But I thought a pattern repeated itself, and I'm going to tell you that pattern. If I dive into the daily, do you remember when I talked about this pattern? Actually, it's on the 4-hour time frame, so let's go back to the 4-hour time frame again. And some few days ago, we made this left shoulder the head, and we made this right shoulder, right? If you look at this huge head and shoulder, which actually played out by going down to 17,000 rate or 18,000, as I told you, then we're making another small one just right over here. And that's something that I noticed, okay? So the fractal has repeated itself, and that's going to be the left shoulder. That's going to be the head here, and we put in the right shoulder as well. And if you talk about the neckline, it seems like we're breaking out of the neckline, and that's going to be your neckline, right? So there are chances of you going a little bit up to the neckline and backtest the neckline to fail, and then you go down. So that's going to be number one. If you see it going back up to 31,334, that's no good. So we had one trend line here. This was the trend line that we needed to cross. And now we have another trend line that has come in, which is a neckline, and we need to cross this even before we talk about the highest one. Okay, so the technical target out of that head and shoulder that we have now on the 4-hour time frame again, which is a small one out of that big one, takes you from there to there, and you're looking for Luna Classic to actually come down all the way to nearly 25,752. So yeah, and it is in play, unfortunately. Okay, that is in play. even though we talked about the golden ratio, but this is a pattern here, and the pattern are leading factors. Okay, so you have to pay attention to that left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, and we're looking for Lunar Classic to come down here, and that's going to be a drop of nearly from there to there. We're talking about 14% move to the downside, and it basically create the reversal all the way down to 20,000 and slowly take out that wick, and maybe finally come down to 13,000, where I'm going to be buying and grabbing some Lunar Classic for the long term again. And that's pretty much it for this update, guys. If you want to learn more, you can check out the course. Message me on Twitter, and everything link is in the description of the video for those who are interested to learn. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Allah Hafiz.